working class against the woke elites. It's an illusion that conveniently obscures the actual class and material interests at play. The GOP remains reliably a party wholly devoted to the bosses. We got to watch this whole narrative implode on itself in real time today in Washington. The president of the Teamsters was testifying before the Senate Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions Committee, and Republican Senator Markwayne Mullin of Oklahoma, who used to own a plumbing company, tried to grandstand.
Union pipe fitters decided they were going to come after us. They would show up at my house. They'd be leaning up against my trucks. I'm not afraid of a physical confrontation. In fact, sometimes I look forward to it. When that didn't work, they started picketing our job site, saying, shame on Mullin. Shame on Mullin. For what? For what? Because we were paying higher wages? Because we had better benefits and we wasn't requiring them to pay your guys' exorbitant salaries? You talk about CEOs that are making all this money? And what do you make, Mr. O'Brien?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question.
Yeah, I know what you make, because in 2019, your salary was, what is this, $193,000? I'm sure you got some pay raises since then.
Yeah, when I was a
And the average UPS driver, the feeder driver, makes $35,000 a year? And what do you bring?
That's inaccurate.
Hold on a second.
That's inaccurate. State facts.
I've got it right here.
State facts. That's inaccurate.
The average UPS feeder driver makes $35,000. If you don't know your facts, then maybe you should.
I know them because I negotiate the contract.
So I say one thing to you. What do you bring for that salary?
What do I bring?
Yeah. What job have you committed, or have you started? What job have you created? One job, other than sucking the paycheck out of somebody else that you want to say that you're trying to provide because you're forcing them to pay dues?
No, we don't force them.
Senator, you've asked the question.
You're out of line.
Let him answer the question.
Actually, I haven't, and don't tell me I'm out of line.
You are out of line.
Don't tell me I'm out of line.
Well, you frame,
don't tell me. I'm making
you frame the statement.
You need to shut your mouth because you don't know what you're talking about.
You're going to tell me to shut my mouth?
Yes, I did.
Hold it. Yeah. Hold it.
Yes,
Tough guy. I'm not afraid of physical.
Senator, hold it.
But don't sit there and tell me I'm out of line.
Senator, you made a statement. You asked the question.
I didn't ask a question.
You did.
I answered the question.
You asked the question. About how
well, it was
rhetorical. Let him answer.
It was a rhetorical
Well,
question.
you may think it's rhetorical. It sounded to me like a question. Let him answer the question.
I'm not yielding my time to him. So if you're going to let me keep my time, that's fine.
You'll have your time. Let him. You ask a question. He has the right to answer that.
As far as my salary goes, my salary, if you follow me around, I actually look at this building. I bet you I work more hours than you do. Twice as many hours.
That's impossible. But
no, that's true.
Sir, you don't know what hard work is. You want to follow my schedule?
I'll do it in a minute. We hold greedy CEOs like yourself accountable.
You call me a greedy CEO?
Oh, yeah, you are. You want to attack my salary, I'll attack yours. What did you make? What did you make when you owned your company?
When I made my company, I kept my salary down at about $50,000 a year because I invested every penny into it.
Okay. All right. You mean you hid money?
No, I didn't hide. Hold on a second.
Okay, go.
He said that's out of line. You said I was out of line.
We're even.
We're not even. We're not even close to being even.
Yeah, you made $50,000. You hid money. Now, former company owner Markwayne Mullin knows perfectly well the salary is not the full picture of CEO compensation. Here's an example. Jeff Bezos. You know that guy, right? You know what his base salary has been? Stated just over $81,000 a year from 1998 into this decade, but he is, of course, one of the, if not the wealthiest men on earth. According to the Tulsa World newspaper, Markwayne Mullin is also doing pretty well himself. Quote, Mullin saw his reported assets balloon from somewhere between $7.3 to $29.9 million at the end of 2020 to a range, that was a starting range, between $31.6 to $75.6 million at the end of 2021. Hardly the asset declaration of a working stiff.